The effects of sustained silent reading utilizing e-reader devices. A research proposal by Eric Carpenter. The growing popularity of e-reader devices such as Amazon Kindles, Nooks, iPads, and other tablets has created an increased interest in the use of ebooks and e-readers in the classroom. Unfortunately, the relative recency of this technology results in a lack of research into the effects of reading on these devices, as opposed to books, newspaper, and magazines. The purpose of this study is to learn about the ways students interact with e-reader devices and how that differs from how students interact with traditional print material, and then to analyze how these differences affect outcomes. Sanacor states that helping students develop the lifelong love of reading increases the chances that they will become literate and will use literacy as an important part of their lifestyles. Teachers strive to foster a love of reading in their students so that they will become lifelong readers. If a technology can help facilitate this growth, it should be embraced. Inversely, if a technology hinders the development of a lifelong reader, it should be rejected. Decades of research has shown that sustained silent reading has the ability to build positive reading attitude and reading habits. Researchers have also discovered how best to make sustained silent reading effective in the classroom. Unfortunately, little is known about what happens when this reading is done on e-reader devices. Not only does sustained silent reading build healthy reading habits, but as Stephen Krashen points out, the very act of reading improves students' literacy skills better or just as well as direct reading instruction. There are three basic tenets of all successful sustained silent reading programs. 1. The text students read should not be assigned, but instead selected freely without limitations on level, genre, or format. 2. Reading done during sustained silent reading should not be attached to projects, reports, or quizzes. Sustained silent reading should approximate real leisure reading without consequences or accountability. And 3. The teacher must model reading during sustained silent reading. In his research, McCracken found teacher modeling to be of paramount importance to the success of SSR. While a lot is known about SSR using print materials, few studies have investigated how the use of e-reader devices affects sustained silent reading, leaving us with a number of questions. No single study could answer all of the questions surrounding the use of e-readers during sustained silent reading. This study would investigate the use of e-readers and its effects on reader attitude and motivation. Which brings us to our research method. The proposed study is a quantitative look at the effects of e-readers on reading attitude via a year-long controlled study of 4th grade students. To ensure that measured effects are due to the use of e-readers, the subjects will be split into treatment and control groups. All students will participate in year-long sustained silent reading, with 2 treatment classrooms using e-readers and 2 control classrooms using printed materials, such as books and magazines. All other conditions related to sustained silent reading will be consistent, including the 3 guidelines discussed previously: self-selection of texts, non-accountability, and teacher modeling. Teacher training prior to the implementation will be done to ensure consistency and teacher buy-in. McKenna and Keir's public domain elementary reading attitude survey will be completed by all students prior to the implementation of sustained silent reading and after the implementation. An analysis of student reading motivation, as measured by the survey, prior to and following the year-long study, should shed some light on the effects of using e-reader devices during sustained silent reading. Thank you for listening to this proposal for research. Listed here are the references.